So this might be like my relationship ramble part two, which I didn't really, I can't remember if I call it part one or not, but I don't think I was intending to really have a whole series on just that. But I was listening back to something else I recorded, and something I said struck me, and I wrote it down. So it's gonna be like the second time I think in each recording. So I have something written down that I'm gonna refer to. It's just like I guess a sentence or whatever, or a phrase. But I was in the middle of listening to it, so I didn't want to stop it, and so let me see what it says. I just say exactly how I wrote it. There's stuff couples go through to get to the good place, to the place where they know what the other is thinking. And what I mean by that is, sometimes women say, you should just know what I'm thinking. You should just know what I want. If you love me, you'll know what I want or what I meant or whatever, right? And the reply men usually give, and I've said this too, is, well, how do you expect me to know? That's unreasonable, illogical, right? But it goes deeper than just this thing, this back and forth here, 'cause that's not anything. That's a trap. What it is there is a point in relationships when you actually do, if you don't know for sure, you have a very good educated guess of what the other person is thinking. That happens when you've been together for 30, 40 years though. That 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 good place, that beautiful place that you get to, because that's the thing, you get to it. See, not that beautiful place that you are, because ours, anything, you could been born there, you could start there. No, you get to it. The beautiful place that you get to, the path to going there is full of pain and sacrifice and love. You have to go through all of that first before you get to that good, beautiful place. There's a price for things. There's a price. The couples that in that place don't even think about it like that, because it's a natural place that they end up. They wasn't shooting for that. It just happens naturally through their love. So they don't even think to talk about it. Plus, it's personal on a certain level. So, yeah, that's the place we all should, I guess, because remember, mindset, should want to get to, but not because if we want to get there, we sabotage it from jump. That's the place, that's a good place to end up with someone. But you have to realize, to get there, you have to go through some stuff. You have to stick it out. You have to you have to go through the labor pain to have the baby, to use a metaphor. It's pain, it's price, it's sacrifice. It's price and sacrifice to get to beauty, to get to joy. There's stuff. And just like I said, something else, just jumping the line, jumping the steps, trying to circumvent the path to get to the destination. You lose it, because it's not about the destination as much as the journey. I always go back to that. It's about the journey. There is no destination, really. Not really. The destination gets enveloped in the path. You don't end. You see, you have to be careful. Work. I said end up. You get to. Yeah, but it's not as concrete as a certain place or time frame or anything. It becomes a part of the actual walk. It's not the place the walk gets you to. There is no place the walk gets you to. Those things enhances the walk, keeps you fortified for the walk. That's what it is. It's like a landmark, I guess, where, oh, we here now, so this is how far we are in the walk. You know, oh wow, remember that place all the way back there? That's rough, huh? But we here now. It's a positional marker, if anything. It's not a destination to get to. You know, and every sound in the world, by the way, just a side note, the planes going by, the motorcycles, the cars, everything, every sound in the world getting in the way of this right now, which is very frustrating because it's Sunday and no one, this don't happen on Sundays, you know, not around here, but obviously it does now. Whatever, it's what it is. But yeah, this is something that we need to get to, because that's what caused a lot of relationships to implode too, because both parties come into it and, you know, everything cool for the most part, but they have these preconceived notions, and they see a good relationship, right? Someone else in a good relationship that they know, and they want that. They want that with someone, and so that's why they started this relationship with this person there, on top of the other things that led to it. That's a factor too, and if you start off with that as a factor, it's poison, and eventually it's going to kill you. Eventually it's going to kill you. Mindset, how you approach things, is a serious thing. You have to come correct, as we say over here. You have to come correct, or it falls apart. Because you ask yourself, so, well, all these other things was in pocket, what happened? Because you applied something that was for someone else in another place for where you are now. It doesn't work. Let's use sports. Someone who's been playing for 15 years better than someone who's been playing for 2. Even if the person playing for 2 is a natural talent, the other person wasn't, and they just mediocre even in talent, but just through experience, they know more. They know the game better. They've been through stuff, you know. Their body used to going through it stuff. Factors, X factors. You kind of apply the same things to 2-year, to 15-year. Don't work, and vice versa. It doesn't work. That's something else we need to get. Because I wonder sometimes, I didn't think of this until just now, in the interactions, I guess I'll call it that, I've had with people, if that wasn't a part of it. If they had this, I guess, an ideal of something, and things weren't living up to it, or things didn't look like they would lead up to it, or things, whatever. The parents of the physical wasn't the parents in their mind. And so they said, well, that's not it. It's not what I want, because it don't look like this. It don't look like the picture in my head. So this no. Yeah, but what you're seeing in your head is a projection of where someone else was at a particular time with that person that they with. It's different. Things on the inside, different things on the outside. Not out of deceit, just out of perception, out of context. The people inside know what it is. They could be having a fight, but they know it's a storm that could pass. So their perception of it different. So they calm and chill about it, in as far as they can be. So people on the outside looking in say, "Oh, but these people never fight." Of course they do. They just know what a fight is. They just know what a fight is. It's atonal. It's discord, but there's underlying connectivity somewhere there. So they don't get confused by the notes, because they know it's all part of it. That's what it is. So realize you build to places. You don't start there. And the raw materials a lot of times don't look like the thing they end up becoming. Becoming is a better thing than being. You can use being as your present infinitive, but becoming, to me, I like better, because it's pretty blatant that it's in a state of flux. And I think that's what life is. It's becoming. It's what it is. It's a walk. You walk in. It's a journey. It's what it is. And I think a lot of things will go smoother if we look at it from that perspective, that angle. You know, we know what we getting into. That's a whole thing for relationships. We know what we getting into. You know, we don't get discouraged before it starts because of a false impression. Stuff, man. You know, because that's the thing. Someone will say something to you. I said it somewhere else before. Someone will say something to you. You don't know them, right? They say something to you, and you don't know how to take it because you don't have any context. You have no context for the words that they're saying to you. The connotations, the meaning is different because you don't know where it's coming from. A close friend says something to you. You know where they're coming from. Your friend and the stranger say the same words to you, and they have completely different connotations because the context is different. We need to get this. This person who lied and cheated on me said this. This person who I don't really know, I know up to this point, says the same thing. But they're the same people, and obviously since they're saying the same words, no. I've personally experienced this. Getting burnt because of this. Someone else said something and they didn't mean it, and I meant it, but I got lumped in the person who didn't mean it. That's very frustrating. That's very frustrating and unfair, but that's neither here nor there. But it is. You can't do that. The good part of it is where this malfunction comes in. The proper thing is, yeah, there's flags and warning signs to know what to avoid, right? Sure. But in context, you know, with wisdom applied. It's not just dry intellect formula. You have to have wisdom there. It always comes back to things fall apart. Or things fall apart. They either explode or implode. But they don't stay cohesive, man. You know? We all hurting. That's something else we need to get out of our head. This "it's only me you hurting" thing. Everyone hurting. Even the people who hurt us are hurting. Everyone's hurting. There's always going to be pain. This is what it is. How you deal with it now, that's the thing. Your pain, other people's pain, whatever. The pain you cause, whatever. How you deal with it is the important part, not the pain itself. Focusing on the pain itself is foolish. Not stupid. It's foolish. Because the pain's not going to go away. Even if this particular type of configuration of pain goes away, there's going to be right after it something else. The pain in life will never go away. It'll shift and change like energy. Never be destroyed, but it'll change. Form and function even. It'll change, but it's not destroyed. It doesn't go away. So you can't focus on how much you're hurting. You have to focus on what you could do with the pain. Transform it into something beautiful, something positive for yourself, yes, and for other people. It all overflows. Abundance. More than enough for your vessel, yourself, to contain. It just naturally spreads, and everyone gets to enjoy the benefits of pain turned into something more, something positive, something better. Relationships is a form of that. That's what we're supposed to be to everyone, I think, ideally. But relationships is that kind of in a microcosmic thing where it's a whole world and all kinds of factors and stuff like that, but it's also like the voodoo doll. I forget what the word is. I was going to use that actual thing. I was going to use the type of magic that is, the word for it. Where it's like you have a representative of the thing, and whatever you do to that affects the thing that it's supposed to represent. I can't remember what that's called, which is unfortunate. But it's like that, and not even because the relationship is a separate thing. Because ideally, right, and how I view things, right, people different. People polygamous and all this stuff. For me, that intimacy, that level, because levels now, that level of intimacy is a one-on-one thing. Do whatever you want, but I'm saying how I approach and how I'm talking about it, so you have a context once again for where I'm coming from. It's a one-on-one thing, right? If you can get that together, and you never can. Once again, it's becoming, it's journey, it's walk. It's never a place where we straight. Can't go knee higher. This the best it can ever be. Never. It's always better. It's always improvements. Always, because every second, every day is a challenge. How you approach every second is in that second. What you did 2 minutes ago don't matter right now. It do, but it don't. So, how we treat ourselves, how we treat our partner, how we treat friends and family, how we treat the world, it all comes down to this perception thing. We could get it. You know what I mean? Like we could get this. It's not some esoteric far thing. It's easy. The concept anyway is easy. Doing it now, that's that's the challenge. That's the thing. I'm falling on that too. That's the thing. But if we could get it though, man, imagine. Later.